Hey you, yeah you, all of my friends that are clicking on this video, and then they're going to like it, and then they're going to leave because it's a Pokemon video. First off, I really appreciate it. The videos have been doing very well. Like 20-ish views a video, like 6 to 7 likes a video. That's pretty insane. Like on all the videos, there's been like 9 or 10 of them. That's pretty nuts. But if for some reason you are curious in any way whatsoever about Pokemon, I will be explaining lots of stuff in this video. So if you want to watch this one, so that way the next Pokemon videos aren't as intimidating, because there probably will be more. I'll probably be doing ranked more. Not like a super amount, but like if it's something that's ever piqued your curiosity, you can watch this and I'll try to explain stuff so that way people can understand it. That being said, I have not played Pokemon in like 5 years, and there's a lot of new shit, so I'll be learning as well, but I will be trying to share my knowledge so that way you have somewhat of a better understanding of the game. So let's go, and we'll get right into when I find a match and I can start talking about team building. Well, my Charizard is not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to have a different Pokemon, so I'll have a different Pokemon in the next battle. But basically, everybody has a team of 6, and then you choose 3 Pokemon to put up against your opposing team's Pokemon. So right now, I'm looking at his team, and I don't know 2 of those fucking Pokemon, honestly. I don't know the thing at the bottom, and I don't know the 4th Pokemon. So that's a little scary. That being said, I think I'm just going to lead off with Rotom, like I usually do, because he's very defensive, and he can switch out very easily. And I can like explain the items and stuff like that as well. So I think I'm gonna go with Tyranitar second, and I'll just bring Palkia, just fucking cause, I don't know. I have no idea what 2 of his Pokemon are. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys, alright? I'm gonna keep it 100. But let's see. I'm not a super high rank right now. Like when I did this like a couple months ago, I made it up to like Ultra Ball pretty easily. So he's gonna lead off with Regieleki. This thing's fast as fuck. So it's probably gonna get the attack off first. But what does it really want to hit me with? Probably an electric type move. An electric type move is gonna be neutral to me. I'm actually gonna go for Protect here to see what he wants to do. If I click Protect, he can't hit me. And I can kind of scout to see what he wants to do. He's going to go for Light Screen. Okay, that's even scarier. This is a Screens Regieleki. So basically, he's going to put up a Light Screen and a Reflect. And what those do is they boost his defenses. His defense and his special defense. Light Screen and Reflect. I don't remember which one is for which. But he's just going to make his Pokemon stronger. Or more tanky. So no matter what, he's going to set up the second screen. Unfortunately, that Protect was kind of useless because I could have gotten an attack off, right? So I'm just going to straight up go for a Hydro Pump here. Try to get some damage off. He's going to go for the Reflect, like I said. So Screens Eleki is pretty scary. Screens is really bad. They're called Screens, Light Screen, Reflect. They boost defenses. They're pretty bad because they don't, obviously the Pokemon just don't take as much damage as they should. So now I'm going to go for Protect again, and you may be thinking, why? And it's actually going to be to stall out the screens, because they only last for a certain amount of turns. So if I go for Protect here, then it's going to stall out a turn of his screens. You see what I'm saying? So he's going to go for a Volt Switch here. He's probably going to go for Volt Switch again. What that does is that lets him switch out into whatever Pokemon he wants. So basically it's an electric type move that attacks the opposing Pokemon, then it lets you switch out. So I'm actually going to go for it as well. And me being slower here is actually a benefit, because he's going to hit me with Volt Switch. He has to switch out first now. Now I get to hit whatever the fuck that thing is, which is the Pokemon that oh, that's the Lunala thing. But see, I go for Volt Switch, right? Now I get to switch out, and now I get to switch out into whatever Pokemon I want to. and he is stuck on that Pokemon, right? So I had switch priority, which is, you know, like a term, you know, that people use. So I'm going to go out into Tyranitar here, because I'm going to assume that this thing is a special attacker, and Tyranitar is super fucking specially defensive. Not only is he super specially defensive because of his stats, also Sandstream helps Pokemon, so he set up a Sandstorm. And basically certain Pokemon, like whatever their type is, they're going to be taking damage over time because of the Sandstorm. But also the Pokemon that don't take damage get buffed up defenses in the Sandstream. And also the item that Tyranitar has buffs up his special defense even more. But he's only allowed to use attacking moves, so he can't use like Protect or anything like that like I just used. Tyranitar is not allowed to use that because of his item. So he's going to go out into Buzzwole here. Tyranitar is 4 times weak to fighting. So Tyranitar would get his ass absolutely blasted by this thing because it is a fighting type. So now I think I switch out into... I'm gonna switch out into Palkia. No, I'm gonna switch out into Rotom, and I'm gonna try to Will-O-Wisp it, because if you burn something, if you burn a Pokemon, they lose a lot of physical attack, and this thing is a physical attacker. So there's physical attack and there's special attack. Hopefully this close combat doesn't just kill. It does just kill. That's kind of concerning. So it's going to drop its defenses because of close combat, but it's also going to gain attack because of Beast Boost, which is concerning. I don't know how fast this thing is, but now my only thing is I can't switch out to Tyranitar. So I just have to hope Palkia. I'm going to D-Max Palkia, which is basically, this is new to this generation, you basically just give them double health. And then you make them big and strong. And I think I'm gonna go for a Max Geyser. And so you basically make your Pokemon huge, right? And then they boost their HP. But also, all of your moves change to the same set of moves. So like a water type move will always be Max Geyser, and Max Geyser will always set up the rain for 5 turns. And then, you know, like stuff like that. So a ground type move will always set up the Sandstorm or whatever, you know, shit like that. Psychic type move will set up Psychic Terrain, that kind of stuff. So that's what the max moves do. That hurts very fucking bad. But he's going to be -2 special defense, right? So his special defense is going to be super low. So this should kill. I would have to imagine. Okay, it does. I think I'm probably going to lose this game off of me switching Rotom in to just die there. But as you see, I went for Max Geyser and now the rain is set up. And Palkia also has an item on him called Life Orb, which basically makes my attacks stronger, except I take a little bit of damage after each attack. Now Regieleki is absolutely going to be faster than me. That thing is super fucking fast. And it's just going to one-shot Palkia. So even though I just used the big max move, when I switch out, I'm not going to have big Palkia anymore. But it would literally just be suicide to keep him in. So I'm going to switch in, and Tyranitar should be able to tank whatever the fuck this thing throws at me. And he should eat it pretty well as well, I would have to imagine. Depends on what he goes for. He has Volt Switch and Screen, so he's missing one move, right? He's going to go for Volt Switch again. That does nothing. But now he gets to switch out into whatever his last Pokemon is. Hopefully it's something that my team can deal with, or else this is probably going to be a loss. Oh, yeah, I already saw this thing, actually. See, his Light Screen wore off, which means he's going to have less special defense, I think? I completely forgot about the screens too. But I'm going to go for a Crunch here and hope it does a decent amount of damage. This might be Rock. What is this? Oh no. I don't know what the fuck that move is. But it's a charge move. Oh, he has a fucking Power Herb. So it's going to go off first turn. And he's +1 special attack. But, dude, Tyranitar, look at how specially defensive Tyranitar is. He eats that shit up. And now he's going to go for a crunch. That's a lot of damage. So, now his reflect. So his screens are gone. Which means the limited damage that I was doing is no longer existent. And now I'm going to be doing more damage to them. So no matter what this guy goes for, except for maybe that, so he's going to use the max on his Pokemon as well to make them big and strong. So to explain what happened last turn a little bit, there are certain moves that you have to charge for one turn to use them, and they're super strong moves, right? Which is what he just did. But there's also an item called a Power Herb that lets you use those charge turns moves immediately. So that's what he did. Instead of having to wait to charge that move, he just used it immediately. But now he doesn't have an item anymore, right? And so he's going to go for Protect. For some reason, I don't really know what he's trying to stall out here. He just stalled out his own max form. And then he took Sandstorm damage. So he's going to go for a max Rock Ball. That's going to do literally nothing to me. Okay, that did a lot more damage than I expected. But we're going to take out that. And then we all know what his last Pokemon is. Tyranitar is going to have to deal with this Regieleki because Palkia is just going to get one shot by it. So whatever his last move is, right? Because we know he has Reflect, we know he has Light Screen, and we know he has Volt Switch. Whatever his last move is, as long as it can't kill me, we should be alright. Because Volt Switch is not going to kill me here. So whatever his last move is... Oh, he's going to go for Reflect. Interesting. Interesting. So he's going to not die from this Earthquake at all anymore. Which was a smart move by him, kind of. But still, even then... Okay, so I'm going to lose Special Defense, actually. Because my Sandstorm is gone. So actually, I think the play here is to switch out, let Palkia die. That way Tyranitar can come back in, reset up the Sandstorm, and make sure that I don't die to a Volt Switch. Because one more Earthquake will kill. So I'm just going to sack off Palkia here, right? Wow, Palkia lived. I did not expect that. But it doesn't matter. This thing's way faster than Palkia. So Palkia is still going to die. For sure. But now I can switch in Tyranitar. And I will set up the Sandstream again, which boosts my defenses. And, you know, just to make sure that I don't die, basically. Volt Switch should not kill me. And seeing as he went for a Volt Switch while my Tyranitar is in, I'm going to assume that whatever his last move is not going to be able to kill me either. So I should be winning the game here. And there you go. That was actually a really good game to explain shit about. I feel like a lot of stuff that could happen that game, you know, that can, you know, describe things very well. So I think that was a pretty good first game. I think I'm going to go for maybe one more, because I'm going to put in the full game so that way you can understand, like, everything that I'm talking about and stuff, you know what I mean? Alright. So basically he has 3 flying type Tanasim, which is, you know, can be kind of bad, in fact. So he's going to lead up with the Zekrom, though. So this thing is Electric Dragon. Which means my Volt Switch is going to be not very effective. And I'm not really sure what this thing wants to do. So I may go for the strat like I did last game, where I just click Protect to kind of see what he wants to do, right? He's going to straight up go for a Fusion Bolt. Alright. Yes. Straight up goes for a Fusion Bolt. So I can now switch into Tyranitar, knowing that this will not do a super big amount of damage. right? He could switch up what he's going for, but I don't think he will. I think he's just going to straight up cook Fusion Bolt again. And now this should not do a super insane amount of damage. It is a very strong move from a very strong Pokemon. He's going to switch to Dragon Claw actually, and that's going to do probably more than the Fusion Bolt would have. But it still doesn't do an insane amount of damage. And so now I think I'm going to just... I'm actually not going to click Earthquake. Earthquake is super effective on his Zekrom, but if you do remember, he has 3 flying type Pokemon. And so if he's to switch out into any of those flying type Pokemon, my Earthquake will not hit, and it will actually be a useless turn. So I'm actually going to go for... I'm going to make Tyranitar Big Boy, right? And I'm going to go for a... I'm going to go for Max Rockfall, actually predicting that one of those flying type Pokemon will come out. Perhaps. No, he's just going to stay in. Is he just going to click Dragon Claw again? I may be giving these players too much credit. I am at a pretty low rank at the moment. But I also, by giving these players too much credit, it might actually be them double mind gaming me, you know? You never know with this shit. Flash Cannon is going to be super effective, but it's not stab. So the reason that Dragon Claw actually did more than Flash Cannon, even though Flash Cannon is super effective, is because, first off, I'm very specially defensive, and Flash Cannon is a special type attack. So it's going to do less damage because I have more special defense. Also, Dragon Claw, since he is a dragon type and an electric type, his dragon type and his electric type moves will do more damage. It's called same type attack boost, or stab, is what usually people call it. So he has a stab Dragon Claw, which means Dragon Claw would be doing more damage because it's boosted. So that's why, even though that move is super effective and the other move isn't, it's doing such a significant amount of less damage. So hopefully that can kind of get into, like, explain those kinds of things. There's physical attack, there's special attack. There's physical defense, there's special defense. Some Pokemon have higher physical attack than special attack. Some have higher special attack than physical attack. And then same thing with the defenses. So Zekrom, even though it's super effective, it's not doing as much damage as his other moves could be, right? So this is going to hurt like a motherfucker. Because Tyranitar is 4 times weak to fighting, and I'm genuinely not sure how we lived. I don't really know. But we do get a good chunk of damage off. Our Tyranitar is going to go back to Small Boy. And there's not much else we can do here. He's just going to outspeed and go for another Max Rockfall. I actually kind of want to switch out its Conkeldurr here. And that way I could keep Tyranitar in the back if we ever need another Sandstorm. Actually, I think I'm going to do that. This could be kind of trolling since this Pokemon is a flying type Pokemon. He's probably going to go for a flying type move when Conkeldurr comes in. But for now, this Max Knuckle we should eat up pretty well. Yeah, we eat that up pretty well. And just hope that I don't get one shot by the flying type move, right? So Conkeldurr has an item called a Flame Orb on him, and you may be wondering, why do I want to burn my own Pokemon? Because basically that's what the item does. Conkeldurr has an ability called Guts that boosts his attack whenever he has a status condition on him. So even though he's taking a little bit of damage every turn, he gets so much more attack that it's actually worth it. So do not be surprised if I just threw the game and I'm just going to straight up die to a flying type move here because I was being stupid, right? Yeah, that's just going to kill me, right? I live, actually. And then I'm going to get the Thunder Punch off. So maybe this was the right play. That's not going to kill, though, unfortunately. And he has a Citrus Berry? What kind of berry is it? Yeah, Papa. Okay, so I'm going to die to burn here, though. But his Big Boy is no longer going to be Big Boy, right? His big boy is going to no longer be big boy. So I'm going to go into Rotom here. And I'm just going to straight up click Volt Switch and hope that it kills this Pokemon. Just going to straight up click Volt Switch, hope that it kills this Pokemon. Switch on to Tyranitar. Okay. Nice, nice. Nice. Now I switch out into Tyranitar. I'm going to set up the Sandstorm. It's going to do a little bit of damage to his Pokemon. Don't think Tyranitar is going to be really outspeeding anything. So let's go ahead and see what his last Pokemon is doing. He only has one Pokemon left, right? I killed the first one? What was the first one? It was the dragon thing, right? He only has one Pokemon, right? Yeah, oh yeah, it was Zekrom. It was Zekrom. Okay. So he has this stupid little cake. This is a fairy type Pokemon. I think it's just fairy type. I don't know how fast this thing is. I feel like this thing's probably kind of slow. So maybe Tyranitar will outspeed this thing? Nah, never. No shot. Okay. So it's going to be a one-on-one. But as you can see, it is going to take a little bit of damage from the Sandstorm. And I'm actually probably going to play like a little baby here. And you're going to see what I mean by that. I don't really know if my Rotom can 1v1 this thing. So I'm going to click Will-O-Wisp here. And that's going to burn it with an 80% chance. It has 80% accuracy. So hopefully it lands. It does land. So now this Pokemon is going to be taking Sandstorm damage and burn damage at the end of each turn. Right? So it's going to click Calm Mind. That's kind of scary. I'm going to be honest with you. So that's going to boost its special attack and special defense by 1 stage. But at least it didn't attack me. So watch. It's going to take Sandstorm damage. And it's going to... See, I'm getting Leftovers Recovery, which is my item. So I basically don't even take Sandstorm damage, right? And then it's going to take the burn. So I'm at full health here. There's no reason for me to click Protect. I'm going to go for a Hydro Pump. It has 80 accuracy, but we're also in the Sandstorm, so accuracy goes down a little bit. If this Hydro Pump lands, I don't think there's really a way I can lose this game. Okay, that didn't do as much damage as I assumed, I'm going to be honest with you, and it's going to go for an Acid Armor. But that's literally useless, because Acid Armor only boosts its normal defense, and my Rotom is a special attacker. So I don't really know what the Acid Armor was for. Oh, it's got Stockpile or whatever that fucking move is. So there's a move that lets you throw away all of your stat boosts, but it does more damage depending on what you do. So I'm going to assume he's going to go for it this turn, and I'm going to click Protect. Just want to come in here real quick. This part right here is actually where I lose the game. If I would just click Hydro Pump, I would kill it. Most likely. I would have to imagine it would kill it. If the Hydro Pump landed, of course. I did not remember that this Pokemon had already used Dazzling Gleam to kill my Tyranitar. That's all 4 moves that I would have known. I would have known it doesn't have Stockpile. I wouldn't have been scared of getting one-shot by Stockpile. But then I'm just going to speed it up. You'll see how cancer this thing is. It just keeps clicking Recover and setting up, and unfortunately I do lose. So that part right here is where I lose the game. I try to play defensive, and I should have just clicked Hydro Pump. Even then, it might not have killed, but that would have been the only chance I would have had of winning the game. This is so dumb. Wait, it just has... Wait, I already knew it had Dazzling Gleam, but it doesn't matter, yeah. It's literally unkillable. I just can't kill it fast enough. I already knew it had Dazzling Gleam. I don't know why I kept thinking it had Stockpile. But yeah, this thing's unkillable. That's insane to me. Oh, that's so cancer, man. Like, holy fuck. Even a crit here wouldn't save me. Yeah. I think I just lose. It's so annoying. I feel like I've played so much better than him. That's crazy. Alright, well, see, Rotom is like a defensive Pokemon that's good to have control of the field, you know what I mean? Because he has Volt Switch, he has Protect, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't really want to play another one. I don't know how to get out of the queue. I don't think I can get out of the queue. So I'm not going to add this one to the video. But yeah, Rotom is a defensive Pokemon that can like switch in and out of other Pokemon for free. So you never really expect him to win a 1v1 like that. If I had like an attacking Pokemon, then perhaps I could have. But unfortunately that thing was just too fucking cancer, man. It's insane how fucking lame some people play. But yeah, that's going to be it. I may be uploading some more Pokemon videos in the future. So hopefully, if you actually did watch this video, it helps you understand a little bit more of what's going on. So thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.